So I want to ask you about your experience in MLP so far. You know, tennis has Davis Cup, and it seems like within pickleball, you know, it seems like team format is slightly more important in pickleball than it is in tennis, right? And so meaning like just as a percentage of total tournaments played, right? Davis Cup, and then Laver Cup are the most notable team-based events, but that's maybe 5% of the schedule. Like if that, right? Yeah. And so here in pickleball, you have MLP, which is maybe a third of the schedule. Like, are you liking the team element of things? And, you know, as somebody who didn't play college tennis, you know, this is, I suppose, somewhat of a new dynamic.
Yeah, I enjoy it a lot. You know, I had experiences with like Junior Davis Cup, and then I played the Pro Davis Cup. But other than that, no, it's all individual. It's me, me, me. You know, what am I doing? It's all about me. Like if I don't care today, I just don't care today. It doesn't affect anyone else other than maybe my team that I'm like paying to be here. But other than that, but the team aspect of pickleball is totally different. The MLP, yeah, you really, and everyone's job matters. You know, it's like basketball, any other team sport. Like you need to do your job, because if you don't do your job, you're affecting the team and the outcome, and you know, playoffs and their record and all these other things. So, and it's very important for a lot of the players. So for me, it's a aspect that I'm really enjoying, because I like the team aspect of hanging out with the guys off the court, you know, going to the dinners, you know, having someone to practice with all the time, having a doubles partner, learning the fellowship, which is really cool. But it's definitely a different pressure for sure. And yeah, times I enjoy it, times I don't. And then when you lose, it just feels like you letting people down. I just don't like that feeling.
Interesting. Yeah. So what do you get more like riled up to go to, right? Would you say that you prefer that sort of somewhat change of pace of MLP, or do you like what you're used to, the PPA more traditional tournament format?
Well, I'm really new to the MLP, so the two times I've jumped in, the team was like I think second to last, and then we moved forward, and then we got up to like I think sixth place, and then we had a couple losses. So what I do like about the team a little more than the regular is the Dreambreaker. I think that's really cool. Like that, I get a lot of adrenaline and a lot of like just good feelings for that. It feels like playing like a fifth set tiebreaker at a slam or something like that. That's what it feels like. Like every point matters. It's really exciting. The fans are into it. It seems everyone is the most dialed in and locked in at that time. And as far as the individual stuff, I feel like it's just you, and the pressure valve is kind of like released a little bit. It's, you know, other than when it gets tight, but you have the side out scoring. You can go for a little more. It's just more about how you handle pressure. I think MLP, the difference in the team versus the individual, is like who handles pressure better and enjoys it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, one thing we haven't proposed, which I'm surprised we haven't talked about this before, is there a case to be made that there should be more singles in Major League Pickleball? We've talked about how the Dreambreaker can be kind of gimmicky. I think it's proven to be a very exciting aspect of the game, but it's the only implementation of singles. And Ryan Harwood had a good tweet where he was just like, I mean, basically he was just saying that singles seemingly is becoming more and more exciting, potentially more exciting than watching doubles. Is there a case to be made? And then how would you make it happen that there should be more singles in Major League Pickleball?
Yeah, you know what? I think singles now in pickleball, this is just my take. I think doubles is always going to be like at the top, but I think singles is getting a lot more exciting because of the players that are coming in and the shots that are being able to be hit. Like I think like when the ball's spinning, people are sliding. It's pretty cool. Like it's pretty intense. Like the points aren't as long, but I feel like with the right people playing, it's very exciting to watch, and the crowd seems to ooh and ah, and it's a lot of movement, and you get to see the athleticism of the players and shots. I think it's pretty cool, and if they added some more to it, obviously I wouldn't be upset about it because it's something I do better than I play doubles, but I would like to be a lot better at doubles as well. I just think it's really dynamic depending on who's playing. I think it's all about who's playing in singles, just like it is in tennis, to be fair, or doubles. And doubles is the same way. Like if we have a tournament in Indian Wells, and that's usually when the top singles players jump in and play doubles, and those are the most attended matches. Like on tour, you have Novak and Rafa. They're 1 and 2 in the world playing against the Bryans or someone like that. It's really cool because it's about who's playing on the court. I think it's more so like who's out there.
What do you think, Zane?
I think it could be very cool down the road when we have a deeper talent pool to actually create Major League Pickleball in more of a college tennis scoring format. So in tennis is primarily, I would say, people are playing more singles than they are doubles until you reach a certain age, particularly in junior tennis, right? Everybody focuses on singles, and then doubles is a little bit of an afterthought, I would say. But college tennis, you have 3 doubles teams that basically play for 1 point. So doubles counts for 1 point, and then you have 6 singles matches. So doubles is essentially the tiebreaker, and I think you would flip it here. You have singles as the tiebreaker, and which it is now, which is the Dreambreaker. But you could have actual matches, right? So me and you play for a point, Donald and Travis play for a point, and then somebody else plays for a third point. I think it could be flipped from what college tennis does, but that would mean expanding teams from 4 people to like 10 people. And I don't think we're quite there yet, but I think that'd be super, super interesting down the road to make actual singles matches part of Major League Pickleball.
Yeah. You have like special Major League Pickleball stops where it's more singles oriented. And everyone knows there's these 2 tournaments per year where singles matters more.
Interesting. So like a reverse, and you played a doubles Dreambreaker. You played 2 singles matches or 4 singles matches.
I like it.
And a doubles Dreambreaker, a reverse MLP.
I like it. Let's take our idea to the APP, see what we can do.
That is cool. That does sound cool. Yeah, because that would bring a different dynamic, and then your drafting has to be a little different too, and the people you're putting on your team, it matters that they can play single.
All right, how'd you get hooked up with Proton?
So it started. I think I was playing one of my first 2 or 3 events in Phoenix. But my first started. My mixed doubles partner was Angie Walker. So she was with Proton at the time, and at the time I didn't have a paddle sponsor. It was like February, and again I've been going all through like the internet and seeing these paddles, and it was the best spin. It's grabbing the ball, it's doing this, that, and the third. And I just felt like my game was more suited around something that gave me a lot of spin. So I asked Angie, I was like, hey, Angie, can you bring one of those paddles for me to try? Because she was using the series 2 or 3, whatever one. It wasn't the Nanotech one. And I was like, can you bring one of those? She's like, yeah, sure. So she showed up to Phoenix and brought one for me to try. I hit with it, instantly loved the paddle. I was like, how do I get more? She's like, she sent a picture to the owner, who's Charles. And I just got in contact when we started talking. And from there, he came to watch me play. And I was like, can I get another one? He's like, oh, you can have as many as you want. And from there, we kind of built that relationship. And then we partnered up. And the rest is kind of history. And it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm a fellow Proton guy.
Okay, which one are you playing with?
What am I playing with? It's the thinner one. I think it's the Series 3.
Okay.
Hold on. Yeah, I got to make sure I have this right.
You guys are saying Pro XR funny.
I was a Pro XR guy.
Wow, we lost him. Bummer.
Yeah, it's a big hit. Big hit for the brand. I want to make sure I get this right. Yeah, it's a Series 1.
Okay, yeah. So that's the Nanotech. Yeah, nice.
Yeah. So when we were in Phoenix, we were going to play on the stream and stuff, and then there was some competitions, and I was like, they had obviously a bunch of Proton Paddles out there, and I was like, I wanted to win. I was like, can I use my Pro XR? And they're like you can, but you'd be kind of a dick if you did. And I was like, all right, I'll use a Proton, and kind of got hooked, and I've been using different Protons ever since. But yeah, now I'm a Series 1 guy.
Oh, nice. All right, well, welcome to the club. That's good. It's a good paddle. You play with the 11 or the 15?
The 11, whatever the thinner one is.
Yeah, that gets the most pop. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Andre.
Well, I think these paddles have a lot more touch. Even like the 11 has a lot more touch than most paddles that are that width or depth. What would I call that?
Thickness?
Thickness?
No, just thickness.
Okay, sorry. Sorry, I'm online too much. But yeah, it's like obviously has a lot of power, a lot of spin, as you said, but still have that touch. But as you know, I'm a highlight guy, right? So I just need to be able to like whip the ball.
Right. That's fair. Yeah, no, I get it. It's all about the highlights and the 30-second clip.
Okay, so Donald was talking about how he found Proton. It fit his game, and he hasn't looked back since. I also play with Proton. Other pros are Andre Daescu, Megan Dazan, and I think the question is like, have you actually tried one of these things yet? I think the recurring theme is if you pick up one of these and you play with it, it's going to be hard to go back to any other paddle. So I've been playing with it. I think we were just talking about it with Donald. I've been playing with it since that would have been like late June. And I've been using the same one. So these things are like super durable. They hold up, they maintain their spin, and it's just a good balance of like touch, spin, power, which is good for somebody who is very technically unsound like myself. They also just released their new Series 4 Project Roadrunner. It's made with aerospace grade carbon fiber and exposed Kevlar for sustained spin. This lightweight edgeless paddle features a hybrid core that delivers a soft touch when you want it and power when you need it. As I said, super durable, stays rough for consistent spin even after thousands of hits, which I can attest to. Get yours now and save $25 with our code THEDINK exclusively at pickleballcentral.com. So that's code THEDINK, all caps, one word, 25 bucks off, pickleballcentral.com. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, rather had